Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is June the 8th, 2025, 3:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I am updating you, it is 10:10 p.m. there in Kyiv. And tonight, it looks like there is a high potential for a larger strike on Ukraine. So this is not panic. This is just preparation. This is warning. Even President Zelenskyy today coming out and saying it's looking like tonight, next couple of nights, make sure you pay attention to the air alarms and get to the safety shelters. I will talk more about that in just a moment, because in my earlier update, I had already given a warning from a guy that I trust very much and follow on preparation of a larger scale attack from Russia tonight. So we will see, and I will update you as to where we are now. But prior to that, as you can see in the title of the thumbnail and the image there, Vladimir Putin is 100% wrong. So anything you hear coming out of his mouth is 100% wrong. And, you know, the information that's coming out on this ABC interview is just coming out step by step by step. And it's really interesting as we disseminate it and then share it out so that the world can see it, because it's not getting mainstream play. But President Zelenskyy was asked the question, do you think that President Donald Trump is sincerely sorry or has empathy about the war in Ukraine and about the loss of life? Do you feel that he's at least empathetic for, you know, the massive loss of life, or is it just words? And he was asked also, do you really think that Russia is truly winning in this war? So there was this conversation going on there. A, is Trump empathetic? B, do you really believe that Trump believes that Russia is winning this war? Zelensky's response is unbelievably good. You need to hear it. It's in English for you. I'm going to let that roll, and then I'm going to give you an update because my screens over here are clicking quite quickly. Here you go. First, listen to Zelenskyy.
I think he's publicly said about it, and I know that he shared this information with some people around him, and I think this separation, and I said it a lot of times, it's not true. No, not true. I mean, this not about his words. Yes, just to be understandable. Yes, about the real situation. It's not a victory when you really spend 1 million people forgetting some thousands of kilometers. It's not a victory. It's initiative because of the people, volume of weapon, and this initiative in your hands. But this is not a victory. And I said it to President Trump. You will see, this is not a victory.
Perfectly stated there from President Zelenskyy, and he says it himself. I told President Trump directly, this is not a victory. What your perception of victory is not a victory. This reminds me even early in the war, when President Zelenskyy, you remember the very famous sayings and t-shirts, I need ammunition, not a ride. And early in the war, that first year, President Zelenskyy was saying, world, America, Europe, if you'll just help us with supply, defenses, air defense, we will defeat the Russian army, because we know how they think, we know how they operate, and therefore we know how to defeat them. So that's replaying in my mind where the world, especially the American side, truly does not understand what victory means in this war. But you can rest assured, President Zelenskyy is making it very clear. Now, I do not want to bring alarm to you folks tonight, but the reality is this is what I shared earlier. Right now, 20 Tupolev 95s are prepped, 8 Tupolev 160s, an unknown amount of Tupolev 22s. 6 of these planes can bear daggers, which are the hypersonic missiles, 15 carriers of caliber class cruise missiles with a salvo of at least 50 missiles are in the Black and Caspian Sea, plus 20 Iskander missile defense systems that are around the borders of Ukraine and in the territory of Ukraine where Russia is occupying. The source I follow, I've received information that transport infrastructure, other important facilities have been added to the potential targets of the attack, so be careful. Do not be near bridges and railway facilities during the alert. Even President Zelenskyy tonight coming out in his evening address and stating very clearly, do not panic. We are ready. But if you hear the air alarm, obey it. Go to your shelter. Get into places of safety until the all clear is given. Now, additionally, this afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, pushing in now, 3:15, 3:20, 10:20 there. We're pushing toward the midnight hour. Here's what I can tell you, and this is a fact. Right now, potentially expecting up to 500 Shahed drones tonight, and there are already 100 in the air. In addition to that, Ukraine is already monitoring the radio chatter. So when we give warnings, or Russia or Ukraine says, hey, it looks like this could be the night, it could be a potential run. It could be the planes go in the air and then they land and they never strike. This is what Russia does all the time. But we're seeing the warning signs tonight. They're hearing the radio chatter from the Tupolev, Tupolev 22s. They already know that MiG-31s and the radio chatter there, which indicate imminent launches of MiG-31s. So we will know within a couple of hours, but right now everything is pointing towards that. And rest assured, if something on a large scale happens, we will update you immediately. But tonight, remember the Ukrainians. I can tell you the mayor of Konotop. So Konotop is a city right up here in the region of Sumy. I've been there many, many times with Zhenya. He has already come out, the mayor, and stated, listen, we are seeing toward the Sumy region, the sky is basically all red. And you can see right now, you've got Shaheeds coming in at all different angles. I mean, like crazy stuff from the south. They're heading west. They're heading southwest. And this is typically what happens. But this is the reality. And no matter what we see here, as President Zelenskyy said, that's not victory. Victory will be Ukraine's, and we will keep you posted. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. We will keep you updated tonight. I'll be up late. As always, following this to make sure that you are updated. Be blessed. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. Make sure you have that notification bell on, because we go to major large-scale attack. I'm definitely going live and update you guys real time. So thank you and be blessed.